Hi you guys, welcome back. I made some animal style fries and let's see if we get a good cheese pull. Okay, that was not great. Okay, so I think all the cheese has dried. But that is delicious. I was craving this. Also, I used white American cheese. It's all they had at the store. I made my own sauce. I kind of just eyeballed it. I used ketchup, mayo, sweet relish, and just a little bit of vinegar. And it turned out great. What's the difference between white American cheese and regular American cheese? That is a question for ChatGPT. So I wanted to do a little story time. At the end of this story, you're gonna be like, Gabby, you dumb bitch, bitch, bitch. This could have been prevented. Which is how most of my stories end. So I went to visit family in like upstate Westchester area, New York. And normally to get back to DC, I'll take the train from Westchester into New York. And then I normally walk from Grand Central to Moynihan Train Hall, which is where I take my train. And it's like a 30-minute walk. But it's nice because I listen to music, I look at the sights, you know. So I was on the Metro North train going to Grand Central in New York City. This man sits next to me. The entire ride, he was like sniffling and like breathing so loudly. So I put in my headphones to listen to music. And then when we were almost at the train station, he started asking me like where I went to visit, like where I'm going now. We just had a very casual conversation right before we got to Grand Central. And honestly, he wasn't like creepy at all. I thought it was just like, honestly, the nicest interaction I've ever had on a Metro North train. He was so conversational and I love to talk. So normally I feel like I have a good inkling when somebody's like creepy. He just wasn't giving me that. So I was like, oh, whatever. I'll keep talking to him. So we leave the train and he goes, do you want company on your walk to Moynihan Train Hall? And obviously I didn't want company, but I kind of just like out of a reflex said yes. I was like, sure. And then I immediately regretted it after I said it. I was like, ew, I don't want to walk 30 minutes with this person. But like, again, what's to come is my fault because I'm the one that said yes to a stranger. I never thought that at 29, I would need somebody to tell me don't talk to strangers. So I walked with him 30 minutes to Moynihan Train Hall. And he was like pretty tall, not cute. I mean, I don't want to be mean, but he just wasn't my type. And he was like definitely older. The walk was kind of awkward because like he stopped talking. And then at one point he like touched my back. I was like, oh no. Is he trying to like do something? Like this sucks. Like I really just thought it was a nice, wholesome interaction with an older man. Like But finally, after 30 minutes, we get to Moynihan Train Hall. After 30 minutes of silence. And during the walk, I kept wanting to, like, be like, oh, I'm gonna go stop for a bite to eat here. But then I was worried that he would come with me and then I would have to like sit down and eat with him watching me. So we got to Moynihan train hall. I was like, thank you so much for walking with me. Like, have a great day. And he was like, you wouldn't have any interest in kissing a totally random stranger, would you? I just stared at him and was like, no, but have a good day. So I start walking into the train station and then he steps forward and he's like, are you sure? Like, it would be a really wonderful kiss. Like, babe, I don't think it would. You're like 80 and you have the sniffles. And why couldn't you have just been a sweet older man? Why did you have to make it so creepy? I mean, it was my fault for inviting him to walk with me. So I said no again, and then I went into the train station. I was kind of just doing my own thing in the train station. I got something to eat, and then I was getting a matcha at my favorite matcha place called Cha-Cha Matcha. And Moynihan train hall is pretty big. There's like a lot of rooms. It's a big space, okay? As I was coming out of Cha-Cha Matcha, I was like taking a photo of my matcha, and then I turn around and I see him. This is after like an hour, and he was like panting hard. He was like, I promise I'm not creepy. I was just really hot after I walked, so I went into the station to get something to eat. But I was so freaked out because I had told him what time my train was. Again, stupid. And I just thought it was a little weird that he was sprinting into the train station near my train gate. Like, I fully thought this man bought a ticket to DC and he was on his way with me. I freaked out. I called my sister. I like started crying. So I hid in the bathroom until I had to catch my train. And then I was going to my train gate and I realized I didn't have my freaking luggage. I had left it in the matcha place because I was so scared from seeing this man that I just left my suitcase there and ran into the bathroom. And I didn't realize that it was in the matcha place at first. So I was like asking random people in the bathroom stalls, like, do you see a suitcase in there? Like, while I was like crying because I was afraid that this man was following me. Did you see? Pretty privilege and like hot privilege is definitely a thing. Because I wonder how I would feel if this man was like incredibly attractive. Like, the fact that I couldn't have been less attracted to this man, I think speaks volumes. So as I was walking into my train, I spoke to the conductor. I was like, hey, just letting you know, like, there's this man that's been following me and like, he might try to go on the train and like follow me to DC. He was like, okay, just get on the train, bitch. Like, it leaves in 2 minutes. Me on this train, you guys, I was like staring everywhere, like, is he here? Is he there? Like, I was so paranoid. And it's been a week, but I'm still not convinced that he's not here in DC looking for me. I don't know. No, I mean, he's definitely not, but I was so scared. And I was like, oh my goodness. Like, obviously, I get it, like, you shouldn't talk to strangers. I should not have said yes to him walking me to the train station, but why are we chastising the nice person? Okay, we should be chastising him, the creep that hit on me. I'm deciding to tell YouTube this story and not TikTok because TikTok is way too mean. They'll rip me to shreds. I know they will. Like, come on, girl, you're 29. You can't be doing this. Ew. It must have looked so embarrassing, me, like, walking the streets of New York with this random man. I had a full-on plan. If I did see him on the train, I was gonna scream, he's following me! He's following me! It also didn't help that I was kind of high. And I hate being paranoid when I'm high. because usually it does not make me paranoid. And I tried to stay up as long as I could on the train because I was like, what if he abducts me? Oh my God. But I fell asleep. Whenever I'm in any moving vehicle, I just pass out. But I got to DC safe and sound. I will say that has never happened to me before. Like, I've had things happen to me that I didn't love because I was so nice. But actually, what am I talking about? There's things I can't tell this channel that basically I just need to stop being so friendly. It honestly, it rarely works out in my favor. Well, if you didn't hear this before, or if you don't know this already, just don't talk to strangers. Just don't do it. Now I'm like so cautious. A man sat next to me on the train and I was like, is he gonna try to hit on me too? He was actually very nice and he was like a really big man, so I feel like I was sitting in the window, so I was like hiding behind him. I just really thought that this man was like a nice, wholesome older man who was like kind of lonely and had a cold and he needed a friend for a few minutes. I don't know. But luckily I lived to tell the tale and eat animal style fries while I'm doing this. You guys, this was half the bag of French fries. And I'm not even that full. That's kind of crazy. I had planned to make this earlier, but I wasn't really craving animal style fries at like 8 in the morning, just because I have a lot to do today. Okay, that's a lie. I definitely do crave these at 8 a.m. I was just busy cleaning my room. That side is all clean now. I'm so happy. I did push a lot of stuff forward so you wouldn't see it in the frame, but that's okay. It was delicious. I honestly might go upstairs and just tan for a second. I have to edit some TikToks, but what do you guys want me to eat next? I was thinking maybe like crawfish. I'm really trying to get better at it. Honestly, I filmed a TikTok eating crawfish yesterday and I didn't even post it because I'm like, not even that I'm embarrassed, I'm like ashamed of myself that I'm so bad at opening crawfish. And it feels like I'm wasting food. You know what? Practice makes perfect. And I actually don't waste the food. Just because I show the parts of me, like not eating the meat and putting it back, just means that I want the main shots to be like me actually doing it correctly and stuff like that. Because it's kind of boring just watching me like rip through the crawfish. Maybe today's the day I order more crawfish and film another video. Today was the day I ate half a bag of French fries and that was simply delectable. Also, look at this plate. Isn't it so cute? My stepmom gave it to me. Well, she gave it to me. I saw it and I was like, I want this. I want this. It was at her and my dad's place. And she's like, you can take it. And I brought it over the plane and it didn't crack or anything. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time of me being a dumb bitch. I'll see you next time and don't talk to strangers. Yes. Bye, you guys.